guys.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Welcome back to this week's All Things Marriage.
We're your hosts, Derek Robinson.
And Crystal Robinson. Welcome.
So, first and foremost, before we get going, we want to thank everyone out there,
Yes.
all of our listeners. We really, really appreciate all the love and the support that you guys given us with your shares, with your likes, with your comments. We definitely read the comments for last week's video, and we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Again, thank you guys. I mean, we received so much love and support. So many, I got this from it and I got that from it. That was so good. So we thank you for giving us that feedback. So with that being said, let's jump right into this week's topic.
Right. So last week, for those of you who weren't with us, who haven't seen that video, look at our first video. It was, how do you know he or she is the one?
Yes.
And what we basically talked about in that is when you're dating someone and you feel like, you have that special connection, how do you know that's the person who you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with? Because that's the idea behind marriage, right? We want to find someone who we can spend our lives with, who can share, who we can grow with.
Right.
And so we discussed, a little bit of our story and how we knew each other was the one, and what are some things to look for, what are some tips and tricks, if you will, some things that you can kind of key in on to know if the person you're dating is truly the one for you.
Yeah.
So
our topic can go hand in hand with last week's topic. It's entitled Dating in Purpose.
Right.
Dating in purpose.
Right. And so my question for that is, what's the difference between dating in purpose versus dating on purpose, right? Because it's just a word, right?
Right, just one word, one two-letter word.
Right, we can fine, I'm dating in purpose. I purposely went on a date with a person. No,
that's dating on purpose.
Right, exactly. So when you say dating in purpose, what does that mean?
So dating in purpose is pretty much, I am dating with the purpose of fulfilling all that God has said that I should be looking for in a spouse, looking for in a mate, a partner. I'm looking to fulfill His will in my relationship as well as in my personal life, but I'm not wasting my time, or I'm just dating on purpose and getting to know people or having fun or filling that time, my free time with people just to say I'm doing something or just to say I'm dating, versus I'm dating in purpose. I'm going on dates, or I'm dating an individual that I see a future with, that I see not only in my personal life but spiritual life as well. Someone that I can grow and build with based on what God has given to me to build on.
Okay. So what it sounds like to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, dating in purpose is less about the dating and more about the mission behind the dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's look at it like this, because I'm an examples guy, right? I like examples. And so let's just say I see a young lady, I think she's cute or whatever the case may be, whatever is attractive to me about this person, right? And so I go on my first date with her. Hey, what's up? Let's go grab a bite to eat. Let's go grab some coffee or whatever. Of course, at that point, we're not like, am I going to marry this person or not?
Right.
But you're trying to get to know this person, right? But the idea behind it, from what I'm hearing you say, and from what my understanding is, the idea behind it is when you're dating someone and not just going on a date, not just hanging out, you're looking for something, or you're talking to this person with the express intent of, where is this going?
Yeah.
Right? And we don't want you guys to think that it's everything that we say is going to be God, 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 religion, religion, religion. We're not trying to push religion on anyone, right? Although God is integral in our lives and in our marriage, we also want to be practical. We want to be human, right?
Right.
And so that being said, what I'm hearing is, and what I'm thinking you're saying is that when you're looking to date someone, when you're building that intimate relationship, we're doing so with intent,
right?
Not just for the sake of I'm in a relationship, I got a boo, right? But we have intentions behind it, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And that doesn't, like you said, that doesn't have to necessarily deal with God. In our relationship, it deals with God.
Right.
When we were dating, it dealt with God, but it deals with, is he looking to get married? Because I am. I'm dating on purpose.
Right.
I'm trying to get to a point. I want to have children. I have a purpose behind dating instead of this is a person we're just having fun. We're going on trips together. Right. We're being intimate or sexual together because I have a need and they can fulfill it.
Right.
That's dating on purpose.
Right. Right.
But we're building. I want to start and build a relationship. I mean, a business.
Right.
And I need someone who's going to be my partner.
Right.
Or at least somebody who's going to push me.
Going to push and support.
To excel. Yes. Right. So that's dating in purpose versus dating on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get a little bit deeper into this.
Okay.
Right. Let's try to get to the roots, as they say.
Right.
Or what's the thing? To the nitty gritty. To the nitty gritty.
Did you get excited about
No,
that?
I did. I really did. But dating in purpose. Mm-hmm. So, what are some purposes behind dating?
When we're dating in purpose or dating on purpose?
In purpose.
In purpose. Like I said, are we building a life together? Okay. Are we getting married, not just to have a wedding? Right. Are we getting married? Are we, again, religion for us? So are we getting married to fulfill the requirements that God has set for man and wife,
Okay.
Are we going to have children so that we can raise them up in the way and push them out into society? Are we building a business together where we can then employ other people, other individuals, where we can help our community, where we can help our church, family? All of that is dating in purpose and the purpose behind getting, married and all of that stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Because sometimes I can ramble. So
I got you. So pretend I'm on a date.
Okay.
We're
take this off, y'all.
Right. So pretend we're out on a date and I'm trying to date you with purpose.
Okay.
Right. I'm trying to date you in purpose.
Okay.
What am I doing? What does that look like to you as the female? What does purpose-driven dating look like for you?
To me, it looks like we're asking, or you're asking, those questions that aren't just surface. Like, what do you like to do in your spare time? Or, it's not, those questions definitely are important. Clearly, you want to know what the person is interested in, because you want to have things to do as well that either you haven't done and you want to get experienced in, but you want to know those things. Those are interesting things that your partner will have. But those questions of, what's your relationship like with your mom and your dad? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do you want children? How many children would you like? Now, pause, guys. I understand this. On the first date, these questions can be tough for y'all.
These are not first date
These are
questions.
pressure questions. And you're like, wait a minute, she was talking about marriage already. That might be a flag for us ladies. not necessarily a bad flag. That just lets us know if he's dating in the purpose that we're dating in.
Right.
Because we can have two different purposes.
That's true.
We can have two different purposes, and that is the whole point of having this discussion. Right. Because it doesn't necessarily mean that he's wrong for having his purpose and I'm wrong or I'm right for having my purpose. It's just that those questions allow us to understand what purpose and what page the other person is on. Right. So neither one of us waste time. Because 2 months down the road, you may be feeling as though, well, I just wanted to, hang out, hang out,
have a good time,
maybe get some, and my purpose was, well, 2 months in, we should have been at least hanging with the family.
Right.
I'm supposed to know 2 or 3 of your friends.
Right.
And it's just like, I haven't met anybody. This is a problem because my purpose is different than your purpose.
Exactly. Okay.
So, we may be having a conversation about exes because we want to know, are you in for the long term? Mm-hmm. Do you have 50 million 2-month relationships? Or do you have
1 15-year relationship? Right.
Either one of those can go sour.
Right.
But we're having those conversations to understand what purpose.
Right.
Am I pursuing this as you're a really nice person, but I think I want you only in my life as a friend.
Right.
Versus somebody I can see in my future as my partner.
And I'm glad you said that, because by no stretch of the imagination are we saying that every single relationship is going to be this long, drawn out, arduous process of deep diving and what are your hopes and aspirations. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is understand when you are dating, whether it's this my boo or this is somebody that I just met for the first time and I just want to hang out. Understand and kind of go in with the mindset of knowing what you're looking for, right? Know what it is that you're after. At least know what you're after,
right?
And then honestly seek to figure out what the other person is after, right? Because like you said, if you're not looking for the same things, then chances are that relationship isn't going to turn out quite like you expected, right? So if you're looking for someone to just kind of hang out with and talk to late at night, then understand what that looks like in your mind and not send the signals that you're looking for a wife or you're looking for a long time situationship.
Right. I think one of the biggest things that we have as human beings, not even, male and female, as human beings, we have a really challenging time with just being honest, because a lot of us can't receive honesty a certain way. That I truly believe that's one of the reasons why male and females have so much animosity towards each other, because the male wants to impress the girl and say all of the things that he thinks that the girl wants to hear. Right. And the girl wants to present herself in this way where the guy is flattered and he's attracted to her even more so than what he's already attracted to her. So we don't tell the truth.
The whole story.
We don't tell that we leave our socks on the floor.
If say socks on the floor, one more, I'm gonna go put some socks on the floor. Just for that.
I promise you there's some socks on the floor.
No, it probably is, but that's besides the point.
Okay.
You didn't tell me that your purpose was a man with no socks on the floor. We didn't discuss that. We missed a step.
It's okay. It's okay. I love his socks on the floor because I get to pick his socks up for him.
No, but seriously. It sounds like, and let me make sure I say this the right way.
You gotta be politically correct.
Right. It sounds like both men and women, we be lying.
We be lying.
We be like when we like seriously when we go into relationships, or when we go in, I ain't gonna say relationships, when we go into meeting a person for the first time, we put on a facade.
We put on a facade.
Like we put on this real nice
that
mask.
has to come off.
At some point, right? We put on this real nice mask that, you know, this is, I dress really nice, and you know, I got all this stuff about me, you know, I got my money lined up and this and that. And then, you know, you find out 5-6 months down the road that, you know, that whole money lined up was more so like, you know,
it was actually payday, so before I paid all my bills, I came on this day.
Or 6 or so credit cards that have all been maxed out with no intent to pay it back.
I'm glad you said that, because that's a question that we have to get to at some point in dating in purpose.
Right.
What does your credit look like?
Right. What does
your money management look like?
Exactly. And again, not saying that you're supposed to go into a relationship
with everything perfect.
With everything perfect, or with the mindset of what can I get out of this? What can I get out of this? That's not the idea behind it. The idea behind it is, I know that, again, I'm looking for these things. Mm-hmm. Whatever these things for you might be. Mm-hmm. I know I'm looking for these things. Which things are absolute musts? What things are I prefer them, and then what things are, I mean, if it's not there, I can get to that point. We can grow to that point. We can build there.
Right.
And understanding that the person sitting across the table from you also has a list.
Yeah.
And
you don't scroll it out on the first few dates or anything.
Right.
You have, and I understand, because, you know, counseling, you build a rapport. Right. You don't just go in and be like, you need to do this and you need to do that to get your life together. You have to build a rapport. We understand that you have to build a connection and a bond.
Right.
Those are those conversations about what do you like to do? What do you like to do for fun and childhood memories and, you know, all of that. But you have to, at some point, dating on purpose, or dating in purpose, you have to be intentional about having some of these conversations, and you have to be willing to be uncomfortable, like we said the last video. Right. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable and have those conversations, because it will cut down drastically on the conflict and the misunderstandings and the arguments later on, and the heartbreak.
Right. So
later on.
So like men, as men, you know, we like to look like we have it all together, right? We wanna say, oh, you know, I make plenty of money, I got my nice car, and I got this, I got my own place, and this and that, and da 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 da. And maybe that's not where you're at. Maybe financially you're lacking. Mm-hmm. Right. And so dating in purpose in a situation like that would be, I'm not looking for a woman who's going to take care of me. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking for a partner, a life partner, or a life friendship, relationship, whatever, where someone's going to come in and pay my bills for me. What I am looking for is someone who will say, hey, I see that this is a struggle for you. Let's work on that. Mm-hmm. You know, to me that's dating in purpose. I'm not looking for someone who's gonna look at me and say, "Oh, you can't take me on a $200 date tonight. We're done." You know, because that's not what you need. That's not.
Nobody spending their money.
No, really.
Not on a date.
Right, but no, people do it.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna not say what I was gonna say, but don't do that. Don't do that.
But the point is, like, if I know that finances are not my strong suit, if I'm looking to build a life partnership, if I'm looking to grow in relationship with someone, again, whether it's a friend or a significant other, a wife, a business partner, I'm looking for someone who is strong in that thing that I'm weak in, so that their strengths can rub off on me, and my strengths can rub off on them, whatever those strengths may be. You know, there's a saying, and I forget where I first heard it, but it basically says that you are the average of the 5 people closest to you.
Okay.
Right? And so dating in purpose is I'm looking for someone to add to my 5-man circle, right? And I naturally want to improve myself. So what aspects of me am I lacking in, and how can I place someone in this position to where they're increasing my value and I'm not decreasing theirs?
Yeah.
That's dating in purpose.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, for me anyway, that's dating in purpose. Like I said, if it's finances, then I'm looking for someone who can help me improve my financial awareness, while at the same time I'm not hindering them from growing financially.
Right.
Or if I'm I don't know, if I'm lazy, I'm looking for someone who has a little bit of get up and go about them, so that I can kind of pick up on that trait and see what is it that makes them tick without causing them to not fulfill their goals and aspirations.
Right.
That's dating in purpose.
Yeah. And I'm glad that I have someone who's going to help me to budget my money, because I like transparency moments, guys. I like to shop on Amazon. I'm pretty sure y'all ladies are with me. I know my brother-in-law is actually with me as well, Dominic. But my husband helps me because I make sure the bills are paid, but the saving part is like, well, I mean, these shoes are like, they $15. I mean, you can't beat that. It's a pair of shoes for $15.
And I like Amazon
but
too.
I could put that $15 in my savings.
I like Amazon too. And again, transparency moment, one of the things that we recently talked about is the fact that my mindset on spending is I don't mind spending any amount of money on something that I know or can at least see it paying dividends. Mm-hmm. If it can grow or develop, or there is some definitive benefit for buying it, and it's not just a pleasure purchase, then I'm good with buying it. You know, $10, $20, $2,000, it's whatever, because I can see the purpose behind it.
Right.
But like just going to the store and buying a pair of shoes because pair of shoes, I'm like, nah. You know, ooh, this was a really nice blanket. Let me pick this blanket up. No, that blanket can stay in the store. I don't care if it's 10 cents. That's 10 cents I don't have to spend.
If it's a 10-cent blanket, I'm going to probably get it.
See what I'm saying? And so for us, one of the in-purpose things is understanding each other's not financial status, but financial mindset. Yeah. See, because again, I learned from her, I can be a little bit looser with my money sometimes. I don't have to be so bills, purpose. I can just do stuff for fun. It's okay.
Yeah. Because he'll be like, ooh, look at this. I want it. Dice. He wants all the dice.
Let's be clear. It's not just regular.
They're not regular dice.
It's not just regular, oh, I'm playing cards or I'm going to the casino dice. We're talking
game dice.
Game dice. For the Dungeons, for those of you who are on my wavelength, Dungeons and Dragons dice. Pathfinder, 20-sided die, 4-sided die, 6-sided die, 8-sided die, 10-sided die, 12-sided die.
All of the die.
But I don't buy them. I don't buy them because I'm not in a campaign right now, so I don't need dice.
He has dice, guys. Anyway.
super tangent. That's besides the point.
But those are conversations that you need to have.
Right.
It's dating in purpose. Having those conversations about money. I may not ask, what's in your bank account?
Right.
Like
but you might need to ask, do you like dice?
Right, and we find we find ways to ask questions. We talk about where we've been and, have we traveled? And,
right.
Do you want to travel? Right. Do you want to travel? Where do you work? What do you like to do as far as not even just having fun, going bowling and stuff. My husband enjoys watching YouTube. Like, he, for real, he loves to learn different things. So he will watch YouTube on
all day
on any type of subject. I don't understand it, but
no, it's a problem. It's a problem.
He's a teacher, so I guess he also just loves to learn. So those types of questions, if I was to talk to him on a date and he's telling me about different things he's watched on YouTube, then I can gather that, okay, this is somebody that I can learn with, or that's going to teach me different things in different areas. So I know that, okay, well, that's a plus for me. That's a plus. We can, have things to talk about. Not just he's going to teach me things, but we can have different things to talk about, and not just the old, Sally Sue did X, Y, and Z.
Right. It's not just gossip. It's
I went to work and...
It's what I call meaningful conversation.
Right.
Conversation that leads somewhere and not just talking about people.
Right. So that's a part of dating in purpose, guys. It's not all about we're holding hands and we taking cute pictures together.
Right.
But we're focused on where are we going.
Right.
And that conversation may not come the first month, maybe not the second month, maybe. It just depends on who you are, what your purpose for dating is. When those conversations come, they have to come.
Right.
They need to come earlier on in your relationship so that you can focus on, okay, well, I know that we're gonna try to make this a long-term thing. We're gonna work to make this a long-term thing. We're gonna work to getting to know each other, to falling in love, and then one day getting married. Because for me, that was a purpose. That was a reason why I was dating, was to one day get married.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. So
if you have any questions,
so as always, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section, and even more so than that, tell us how you guys have dated in purpose. So give us some examples of how you haven't dated in purpose and how that turned out.
That whole college experience.
None of that purpose.
We was just dating.
But
I don't even know if it was on purpose.
But leave in the comments. Tell us how you dated in purpose or how you haven't dated in purpose. How those experiences turned out for you.
Yeah.
Also, as always, share, like, comment,
follow.
If you're new, subscribe.
Yeah.
And
IG, YouTube, and Facebook.
And catch us next week on All Things Marriage.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Derek. Deuces.
Bye.